Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tablemon. We are continuing with our coverage of the top decks with this new Twilight Masquerade set. And next up in the list is Lugia VSTAR. Now I've been very openly critical about Lugia VSTAR before Twilight Masquerade. It just felt like a very linear, inconsistent deck. Nothing special about it. Cinccino is a fantastic Pokemon, don't get me wrong. Lugia is a fantastic Pokemon, Archeops is a fantastic Pokemon. They were missing something, and that something is the Legacy Energy. Legacy Energy allowing you to play a wider variety of attackers, being Iron Hands and the Wellspring Ogerpon EX is incredible. Of course, you have Iron Hands EX. Now you can use Ampu very easily with that Legacy Energy and the Lightning that I am including in this list, which is really cool. Obviously, an early Ampu very much can be game winning as well, so very nice to see that we have now that possibility. And then we have, of course, the Wellspring Ogerpon EX. The torrential pump attack is so powerful. I can't explain how many times I've surprised people just by using it. Manaphy is not the first Pokemon that comes to mind when you're up against Lugia, based from the last year essentially of playing against it. But now you do need to bench Manaphy to protect from the torrential pump, 120 damage to the bench. And if they don't, right, which not every deck can do that easily, then you can take down your opponent's active, take down their bench, potentially knocking out to Drippy. So you get the same two prizes that you would if you used Ampu very much, but you eliminate two Pokemon, which sometimes is more impactful. And you get to conserve the energies, because you need to send the energies back into the deck, and that's so huge, because it allows you to play a little bit more conservatively and allows you to advance your win condition without expending resources, which is so good, and conserves the Legacy Energy potentially to be used later by Iron Hands again, or maybe even Lumineon. Now we can actually attack with it. Now it also gains Carmine, for me one of the best assets of this deck. That's why I'm playing 4 of them. I want to start that. I want to be playing a supporter from the very first turn. I want to be getting those Archeops into a discard pile as soon as I can. So 4 Carmine to me are a must. And then we have Bloodmoon Ursaluna EX, another very nice attacker, similar to Radiant Charizard, which honestly you could play Radiant Charizard instead of the Ursaluna and play 1 Luminous Energy. But being able to use Ursaluna earlier on is actually pretty good. Yeah. 240 damage is a lot, 260 HP is a lot as well, so Bloodmoon Ursaluna, another good card to have. And then the rest of the deck is pretty much consistency. Triple Mesagoza, because I am seeing a rise in Temple of Sinnoh, not only because it blocks Mist Energy from blocking the damage counters from Dragapult EX, but also Lugia is on the rise. So Triple Stadium I think is pretty good, and I think Mesagoza is a very underrated card, as you'll see in some of these games. So why don't we jump in some games and see what we can do with Lugia. Alright, so we're gonna start with Iron Hands. I'm not starting with the Ogerpon, as I always say, out of sight, out of mind. As soon as my opponent sees the Ogerpon, they will probably protect their bench. If they just see Iron Hands, they might even know what deck they're up against. And we do get 2 mulligans, which is very nice. Now it is my turn, so I could Carmine to potentially discard stuff. We're gonna do the uncertain card first. Very important. We do get a heads flip, and we know we're up against Dragapult. The Carmine is very tempting, but I think it's better to just wait. Yeah, as long as my opponent doesn't Iono me, I'm in a really good spot. I'm gonna go ahead and attach this from hand, and I'm gonna pass. Well, what if I... Actually, never mind. I'm not gonna pass. I'm gonna Ultra Ball away the Archeops, so that in case I do get Iono'd, I already have at least 1 Archeops in the discard pile, and I'm just gonna grab the other Archeops and pass. This does tell my opponent that I probably have a way to discard it. I don't want to discard the Ogerpon or the Legacy Energy with the Carmine. I feel like those are potential very useful tools, especially the Legacy Energy could be important to reduce a price for my opponent. And if my opponent doesn't have exactly Iono, we're fine, right? So we'll see. And we get 2 prize cards as well, which is pretty fantastic. So that Earthen Vessel probably tells me there's no Iono coming. We're just gonna see the instant charge, hopefully. Pretty please. If I had any other combination of two cards in my hand, I 100% would have used Carmine, no questions asked. Alright, Professor's Research top deck, even stronger. Now, the Ogerpon would be the better choice, because then I could knock out both. However, I can't jet energy into it because I have to attach this, and I don't think I have enough. Oh no, I can actually. Oh yeah, I can knock out both. So see, out of sight, out of mind. I'm pretty sure I can attach, retreat, and then attack with the Ogerpon, right? Yeah, as long as I have enough double turbos, I can do this, so... Oh no, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. I did price the double turbo, but that is still fine. We can attach all of these here. I am going to lose the lightning energy, that's perfectly okay. Then I'm going to power up the Ogerpon, and we are good to go. Doesn't matter which energies. This is so weird. You choose the energies, they go out of the deck, they go back into the deck, and then they get attached. That is so ridiculous. And yeah, like, why wouldn't I just knock out both of these? Yeah, I lose the lightning, sure, no big deal. Torrential pump, I do want to shuffle the energy back, and that allows me to go 120 on your board, a Dreepy, and I mean, that's almost GG, right? Recovering from this spot is going to be very, very difficult. If I can find a jet energy to jet energy into the Minccino or Cinccino, that's going to be fantastic. So I can get a KO. I also have Boss's Orders. Can take down those two Dreepies as well. My opponent will probably now puff in for the mana feed. There it is, understandably so. And does attach the Psychic, will attach the Rescue Board, and will Iono me. Alright, that just gets me closer to the potential jet energy. No jet energy, however, no nothing. So I wonder if my opponent should have one switch, right? What I can do now is sob. That means I now have a KO, right? Which I am happy about. Okay, so unfortunately no jet energy. That's fine. We're gonna go Legacy and a Gift, because my opponent might end up knocking me out. And now this is like a neat trick you can do. So I'm gonna do these. And then I'll shuffle 3 back just to conserve my energies in case my opponent goes Rare Candy, Dragapult, Vitality Band, no, Defiance Band to knock me out, but I'll keep the Gift Energy available. And then I get to Mist, protect the Minccino, which is pretty clutch, and we're just gonna Torrential Pump. Yes, I would like to shuffle just to protect the energies. I'll keep the Mist available. So that's like a neat little trick. Since you only shuffle 3, you can do that. So there could be Turo, there could be Switch, but in case you knew there wasn't, I could have just used Sob there and been completely fine. Now the Carmine does potentially give me access to Cinccino next turn. If my opponent knocks out Cinccino, so be it. I should still be potentially fine. So the Radiant Alakazam with the Ultra Ball. So another thing I can do is if they knock out my Minccino with their Dragapult, I do have the possibility to go like Torrential Pump, get a knockout on the Dreepy, and then use Lugia with 4 actual energies to knock out the Dragapult. So as long as there's no Xatu, we're fine. The Iono potentially helps me as well, and that means there's no Boss's Orders coming our way. And makes the Gift Energy even better if my opponent does have that Defiance Band. So things are looking alright for now. No Fire Energy found yet. Thins another Dragapult DX. And and then we're gonna see the, what's the name? Reckon Directive. Try to find that fire energy or earthen vessel. Will that be the case? Yep, does find the fire. All right. Okay, so if I just flip heads on Mesagoza, we are pretty okay. If I don't flip heads on Mesagoza, I am still fine. This is so annoying, having to drag 6 times, because it's not even like you have to click 6 times. You have to manually drag from the bottom of your screen to the top of your screen 6 times. All right, so can I flip heads? Yes, let's go. All right, that pretty much seals the deal. Or does it? I think it does, but not in. So I was thinking just retreat knockout. No, it does, because my opponent doesn't have any energy in play. So unless they're playing Mela in their Xatu build or Neo Upper Energy as their ace spec, we should be good. Gosh, I hate the fact that you go into a deck, choose the energies, go back into the deck, and then they come out. It's just. Anyways. I honestly think just 2 more jets. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and retreat, and sure, my opponent will get 2 prizes on my Ogerpon. That's fine. My opponent recognizes that they won't have a follow-up, even if they get 2 prizes, and then Cinccino just finishes the game. On to the next one. Alright, after many, and I do mean many attempts, seems like I'll be able to play a game. I mean, my opponent draw passes, which is nice for me. All right, Capturing Aroma, give me a heads. All right, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna need another heads off of the Mesagoza, right? I do have the Lightning. I don't have the Legacy Energy, however. That is prized, so that's unfortunate. All right. Sure, I'll attach. Now, I'm wondering if I should Carmine after or before. Like, if I should Mesagoza rather before or after I Carmine. I think I'm gonna do it after, because if I get a Lugia, then I can Mesagoza for the V-Star. If I don't, then I still rely on the flip, right? And there we go. Yeah, this seems like the right call in my mind. Yeah. Because, I mean, I got the Lugia, right? If I hadn't gotten the Lugia and I had flipped tails, then nothing changes. But because I did get the Lugia, if I flip heads, I just grab the V-Star and I'm fully set, yeah, for whatever comes next. So, not bad. Now, prizing the Legacy Energy is such a big deal, though. Such a big deal. I cannot explain to you how big a deal that is. It means I won't have access to Ogerpon EX next turn. I can't amp you very much unless I find the Lightning, which I cannot Archeops for, so it's a very big ask. So we are in that 1 out of 10 game where, unfortunately, you're out of luck, essentially. I mean, to my benefit, my opponent's clearly not having the best start whatsoever. So if I find a jet and I can attack with the Lugia, that's also fine. I might stretch to attacking with Lugia anyways, right? Just get the knockout. That's more than good enough, and I definitely can't do that. If I attach double turbo here, then I Archeops for double turbo and something else to retreat, and then I Archeops 2 more energies here, so I should be fine. We get Iono out of the double turbo, possibly into a jet to make me not have to pay a 4 retreat gust, or the Lightning. The Lightning, cool. Cool, yo. With the Lightning, I have both. I have Mesagoza, I have Capturing Aroma, I have Ultra Ball. I have everything I could possibly want. So finding that Lightning, super clutch, super lucky as well, but also very unlucky that I priced the Legacy. So however you want to see it, if I had the Legacy, the game would just be over, right? If I had the Legacy, the game would just be immediately over, because I could use Ogerpon to win the game. But that's okay. We are still okay. So I'm gonna grab this Cinccino. I obviously don't want to Iono. Well, maybe I do want to Iono my opponent. So definitely gonna Ultra Ball away this. Yeah, I'll get rid of the Iono. That's fine. We're just gonna establish the Minccino, and we're in a pretty sweet spot here. And I have a feeling this is gonna be a quick one in our favor thanks to our setup. Yeah, now I get lucky, I get unlucky. There's many things that go into these sort of games. I'm not gonna play the thing, the Carmine. Gonna leave the 4 energies for the MP very much. I'm gonna go ahead and Primal Turbo onto the Minccino, protect it with a Mist Energy from any Rare Candy Dragapult EX shenanigans, and hopefully we find the Legacy. That would be pretty sweet to be able to threaten Ogerpon potentially next turn. So we do get 2 prizes, which is great, and no Legacy, which is not so great. But it's okay. Yeah, we're starting with 2 prizes. 200 damage doesn't threaten a knockout. We have the guaranteed knockout on the next Dragapult. If my opponent does have Rare Candy, Dragapult plus Psychic, just flip tails, so that's a bad sign for them. There's a Psychic. There's a Rescue Board. There's a Super On. So we're probably going to see another Iono. Yep, there it is. Yeah, like clockwork. Alright, so 4 new cards. Cinccino gone. I get another Iono. Plus 3 energies. Not ideal. No Jet either. And my opponent now has a bunch of stuff in play, which is very nice for them. I'm still going to get 2 prizes, right? Nothing's going to stop that for me. The ideal scenario is benching another Minccino and just attacking with Lugia. That would be the dream, right? The 1 Jet in the active. I mean, I don't mind retreating, honestly. Top decking boss would also be pretty good. That's not boss. That could be useful, not this turn, but the next. If I flip heads here, I could also just grab Lumineon. I flip tails once again, however. Alright, so I want to attach here. I'm just going to Iono. Not sure I want to dedicate that many resources to the Minccino here. Okay, I do not find a Jet to switch. Oh, I had already attached, so never mind. That was even not possible anymore. I think I retreat and attack. Like, I don't see a reason why I shouldn't do that. And then I have the boss, so I'm gonna evolve. And I am, so here's the plan, yeah? As long as I can find the Legacy off of, oh my gosh, now I'm not knocking out. I'm so dumb. Alright, well, change of plans. Let's get the backup Minccino. Okay, that was a big mistake. I should attach 2 energies because now I'm doing 180 and I'm actually not doing enough to knock out the Rotom, so now I'm gonna have to commit to the this is enough. I'm gonna have to commit to the Cinccino. That's exactly 190. This is very costly for sure. Hopefully we just get the Legacy Energy and we are good to go. Off the price cards, I mean, we still need to find the water friend, please. Let's go. All right, Legacy Energy, good. 3 Ionos gone? No, 2 Ionos gone. That's fine. Yeah. I could just knock out with another Minccino as well. So, because I do have enough energies, and just knock out the Dragapult that way. That's why it was important to get that other Minccino out, but I 100% messed this up. I should have just attacked with Lugia, and I would be pretty much guaranteed to win. So we are protected from the Iono with the Gift Energy on the active, unless we see Temple of Sinnoh or Enhanced Hammer. If that happens, then we go in with Lugia 200. I mean 180, and then they do whatever, and then we 180 again. So I think we're gonna be okay, but it's not 100% yet. The Iron Hands being energy-less, I mean, it's not like they can't just put damage counters anywhere they want and never attack, and like just never attack the active, so that's good. I actually have a game as long as I have boss, because I can Iron Hands and use the Legacy to knock anything out. So having the two energies I think is super clutch for Iron Hands. Having the Lightning and the Legacy is something I've really liked. The only time it hurts you, as I mentioned, is when you have the Lightning and you need to attach to Cinccino from hand, which is so rare. So rare that I think having the Lightning is worth it, because it can cover the attack cost of anything else on the board. So kind of think it's worth it. So here we're just waiting. We are just waiting to see what happens. And yeah, I mean, if I can win with the Ogerpon, I can definitely win with the Iron Hands. Now, I even have the Stadium to counter the Temple of Sinnoh. Another reason why 3 Stadiums is so good in this deck. So really cool. Yeah. Now, as I say, pardon me for not having more games in these videos, but TCG life has been a complete wreck. I leave for Los Angeles regionals on Thursday, so tomorrow, and so I need to get all these videos recorded for your enjoyment before I leave, and that's why it was super important to, or it's been a super frustrating day, because I haven't been able to, like, I've lost so much time just resetting and trying to get the thing going. But that's besides the point. We are about to win this game, which is really cool to see. And yeah, I generally think Lugia is fully back now. I thought it was back in the previous format. Now it's definitely back in my opinion, especially with how the metagame shapes up, but more importantly with the options that it now has, like having access to this, yeah, having access to the water Ogerpon. Now you're not just a I'll just attack the active beatdown deck. Yeah. Now you actually have options. Now you can actually target different things without relying on bosses orders. You can get multiple prizes against single prizes, and that's so huge. So let me know what you think. I'd love to hear your opinion, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.